Actually, I'm working in India on renewable energy since the last 15 years. And we have seen that renewable energy is around since a long, long time. And on the other hand, I'm also associated with a spiritual organization which teaches meditation and values and ethics. And we're trying to combine technology and ethics because we feel it is very, very important that both come together to have a lasting effect and change the situation and change the trend.
And what is your message here today? What did you came to say?
Well, it's very, very important that we all change ourselves first. We should become better people, we should change our habits, we should change our consciousness, because it is us ultimately as an individual which are forming our society, which have the impact into the family and which are able to change things. We are very powerful as a consumer. We can decide to buy a product or we can decide not to buy a product. We can decide to drive by car or we can decide to go by bicycle. We can share our car, we can share our goods, or we can use them for ourselves. So a lot of power is with us, and it is very important that we understand it and that we change our action. Because when we change our action on a collective basis, then we can change also the trend, which is at the moment unfortunately negative.
Can you tell me about your project on solar energy?
Yeah, in India, I'm associated with the Brahmas Kumaris Institution, which has 4,000 meditation centers, and we are trying to demonstrate and develop renewable energies for institutions. So we started with photovoltaic systems, solar lanterns, solar cooking boxes. Then we developed solar steam cooking systems, and we cook 30,000 meals a day by solar energy. Our last project is called India 1, and there we are trying to generate electricity and hot water by solar concentrating dishes. It's a 1 megawatt solar thermal power plant, and we're getting some funding from the German and from the Indian government.
Do you have any intention of taking this project to other countries?
Well, at the moment it is a research and development project, and we are also a recognized research center. So first of all is to establish the technology, test the technology, and then improve the technology so the cost is coming to such a level that it can be replicated. But the ultimate aim is definitely to spread the technology and make it available for everybody.
Do you consider that this is an example for the world to follow it today?
Yes, naturally. There are so many institutions which have a lot of power requirement, and you can start on a small level, you can start on a medium-sized level, and you can start on an institutional level. There is no problem at all. You can put up photovoltaic, you can put up a small thermal power plant, you can produce steam for your kitchen, you can cook by solar, biomass you can use, biogas you can produce. There are so many options where institutions or people or communities can make a difference and can make a change. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Why do you think it's better to use the solar energy?
Well, we all can see that the trend is negative. The emissions have increased over the last years. I think I read an article today that 20 years ago it was some 44 gigatons of CO2 emissions, and it has increased in the last 20 years. So the trend is definitely negative, despite all the efforts and projects, government initiatives which have been taken. So here it is the point that the communities and the private sector, the individuals, that they are coming now in a big way and make use of solar energy, because renewable energies are clean energies and they are not spoiling the environment, they are in harmony with the environment.
What about costs? Is it expensive to implement those projects?
Well, cost is always a tricky question. If you see the initial cost of a solar product, it may be a little bit more costly than conventional power. But if you see the side effects, if you see the cost of climate change, if you calculate all this cost into the original price, you can see that renewable energy definitely is cheaper. Decentralized energy is definitely cheaper. And through mass production and through more research, I'm very, very sure that renewable energies are competitive already now. Photovoltaic prices have dropped, and it's the talk at the moment that renewable energy will come at par already very, very soon with conventional power generations.